in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about authenticity. Welcome to another video with me. After creating the previous videos that I never really introduced myself, and I shared like where am I from, what do I do, what am I trying to do with all these videos. To be fair, I think I just wanted to start, and that's how the first 3 videos came about. Then, hello, nice to meet you. My name is Janet and I'm from Singapore. Singapore is a garden city. We are really small, and we are just basically known as the little red dot. We only have a population of about 5 to 6 million people. Yes, we are surrounded by people every day, and we live in small little houses. Most of us do. We call them flats or HDB. HDB is an abbreviation for Housing Development Board. But I don't know why we call it HDB though. This is my little house, and as you can see, I'm really messy. And every single time I try to film, it kind of gives me a little bit of anxiety because I assume that I need to make my house really neat and tidy so that everyone can see an extremely good side of me. But this is the reality. It's a process. I'm learning and I'm trying to be a neater person. The plane is coming. So yeah, in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about authenticity. I decided to film in this direction so that you can literally see the mess in my house. And here we go again. The plane is here again. Oh yeah. I've been living in this house for slightly more than 2 years, and I love it so much. I love every single day of me living by myself. I know it sounds strange for many of you who are from different countries and have been living by yourself since you were probably 18 or even younger. But for us in Singapore, it's not really very common that you get to live by yourself. You most probably move out only if you're married, or yeah, most probably that would be the case. Among my friends, even those who are single, it's not a very common thing that you live by yourself, especially if you are lesser than 35 years old. I think in my previous video, I did share a little bit about how difficult it is to buy your own place if you are a Singaporean less than 35 years old, because it's not really culturally a norm for us to move out of our parents' house. I guess it has always been the case, and also it's really expensive if you wanna afford to buy your own place if you are less than 35 years old. So basically, if you want to buy something that is privately owned in a way, you need a lot of money, and most of us don't have that amount of money if we're just like working class people. Yeah, so basically, if you want to buy your own house, you need to be 35 years old and above if you want a government subsidized place. So here's my pink house. So, in my first few videos of this channel will probably be more on celebrating the self, and we did talk about patience, we talk about clarity, we talk about the process, right? And today we're going to talk a little bit about authenticity. And of course, in terms of authenticity, it's really difficult to even know what is authentic anymore. As a child, I never really felt any sense of belonging anywhere. And I guess it kind of became a blessing in disguise, because as I grew older, it wasn't really any pressure to belong anywhere or to fit in anywhere, because no matter how I tried, I don't feel like I belong anywhere. So I guess it became something that I fully accepted along the years. Yes, there were many shameful kind of feelings and guilty kind of feelings, and a lot of why is this happening to me kind of feelings. It was really tough. I think, how do I say this? Many times I feel like I should be as authentic as possible, and I should be as honest as possible, and there's always this inner sense of justice that I have, that I need to speak up, I need to help people, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to fix this, and all this kind of like heroic kind of mentality. It was just me trying to make myself feel important. I kind of soften the edges a little bit. I try not to force my way or like to prove a point anymore, because being authentic doesn't mean that you have to always be right. Everyone is on a different journey, and everyone has different acceptance level of reality. As much as we try to share with people our truths or our perspective of the truth, it doesn't really apply to every single person, because everyone has their own version of truth, right? So how is it that my truth is truer than your truth? It doesn't make any sense. So as much as I can try to explain and share my version of the truth, because I don't want you to be caught up in a situation where it's difficult for you to get out of, or it is a situation that I have been in and I'm trying to tell you my version of how I got out of it. It may not necessarily apply to you at that point of time, because the acceptance level may or may not be there. So as much as I can share with you and I can tell you, it needs to be a mutual kind of thing, right? So along the years, I got really hurt because I felt like, hey, I'm trying to help you, why can't you see this, blah 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 blah. I'm being honest, I'm being authentic, I'm, all these things. But one thing that was lacking, or probably it was still in the midst of building, was probably my empathy and my compassion towards other people. So I think, as much as we like to be authentic and we like to be honest and truthful, but what's the point of it all if there is a lack of kindness, there is a lack of empathy, there is a lack of compassion? I think at the end of the day, we can be authentic, but we need the other very important factor, which is compassion, right? To be compassionate towards others, to let them know that whatever it is, I'm here for you. But at the same time, I'm not going to force my way or force my thoughts or perspectives on you just because your truth doesn't reflect my truth. When we give everyone a space, their own space, to be themselves, no matter how authentic or not you think of that person, is basically your own judgment and your own point of view. But for all you know, they are as authentic as they can be because of their situation and their circumstances. Who are we to say whether another person is authentic or not? yeah, I think we just need to be a little bit more compassionate. Probably this video shouldn't be about celebrating authenticity, but rather celebrating compassion. Or should it be authenticity and compassion? Basically, these two things goes hand in hand together, and I think sometimes we forget that authenticity requires a lot of compassion and empathy. And just like what Brené Brown said about empathy, let me try to find the book. I remember she wrote about it, and I really love it. This book really explains the different emotions clearly, and it also comes with like a lot of explanation and examples, and I think it's really a great book to use to understand how you actually feel. Compassion is filled by understanding and accepting that we are all made of strength in struggle. No one is immune to pain or suffering. Compassion is not a practice of better than or I can fix you. It's a practice based in the beauty and pain of shared humanity. Giving another person their space, giving everyone their space to feel whatever they want to feel. Okay. We need to dispel the myth that empathy is walking in someone else's shoes. Rather than walking in your shoes, I need to learn how to listen to the story you tell about what it's like in your shoes and believe you even when it doesn't match my experiences. This is such a great description. Yep, so empathizing with others is accepting that, you may have your own experience and I may not experience it or I may not agree with it, but I believe your experience is true for you. That's all I want to say. In my next video, I'm gonna show a little bit of my packing. I'm going somewhere exciting and fun and far away from Singapore. I will probably share about my packing in the next video. But whatever it is, thank you so much for watching my video. This is just only the beginning of my journey. I'm really very excited that after procrastinating for so many years, I finally decided to do this and to tell you many stories about my life experiences, and I hope that these stories can give you some kind of entertainment and sharing and different perspectives in life. And I have so much to share with you, and I'm so excited since my favorite thing to do is to talk. So thank you for joining me on this journey. See you in the next video. Goodbye.